Hello everyone, myself Amit. Today we will see how we can use Docker model runner instead of using Ollama to run models locally. So for development purpose, if we want to run open source model locally, so we can use Docker model runner. It is a new modern way of running a model locally instead of using Ollama. So let's begin. First requirement prerequisite for this is we should have Docker desktop installed on our machine. So for this you can go to Google and search for Docker desktop and you can install from that. So this is official Docker website. So here you can see like setup, and you can set up Docker desktop as per your machine. Okay, if you are using Mac, you can click on Mac and then you can click on this button to download the Docker desktop. So it is a straightforward process, and I hope you will do it easily. Okay, so let's move ahead. After once Docker desktop has been installed on your machine, so next step is open that Docker desktop. Okay, so like this it will open. So first thing we need to do is once you open Docker desktop, you will see one option, models. So here this is the new option that is visible in newer version of Docker desktop. So you need to enable the models. Okay, Docker model you need to enable on Docker desktop. So for that one command is there. So that command is, okay, so on terminal just go back to terminal and run this command. Okay, so this is Docker desktop enable model runner. Hope this is visible. Let me increase the font. So this is the command. Okay, so what basically we are doing, we are enabling model runner and we are exposing on port 12434. Okay, so you have to run this, and once it is run, then 1 minute, let's run it again, equal sign. Okay, now you can see Docker desktop enable. Okay, and it is enabled on this particular port. You can check whether this is enabled or not by checking the status. Docker model status. You can see here Docker model runner is running. Okay, like this you can get like all the commands of Docker model. So whatever like CLI commands that we can run on terminal, we can get it very easily. Okay, so you have to Docker model, and after that you can help. Okay, so you can see all different commands that is available for Docker model. So commands are like list, okay, pull, purge, push, okay, run, remove, status. So if you see these commands carefully, you will observe that these commands are similar to Docker. So whenever we are creating like a Docker container or images, similar commands we are running, and the same commands we have to run for Docker model also. So you can see here like Docker by using Docker desktop we can do multiple things without installing extra software. Okay, so to install the model locally, okay, so first of all you need to search that model on Docker Hub and then click on install, or you can use CLI command also. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all you have to open like Docker desktop and come to models. So here we have option for Docker Hub. So here you can search any type of open source models. So let's say Llama model we want to install locally. So you can see here Llama 3.3 is available, 3.2 is available, and 3.1 is available. You can click here pull, and it will pull that model locally to run it locally. Okay, so instead of and also the other option is we can search this model on Docker Hub website also. So you can go to Docker Hub and search for the model whatever you are looking for. So consider like Llama model you are searching. So just type Llama and you can see here all Llama models are available. Okay, just search again. So you can see here Llama 3.2, 3.3. okay, same models that we have seen on in Docker desktop, same is available here. So if you open this and if you want to explore other models, you have to just search like this. Okay, now you can see like lot of other models are also available, open source models. So like Mistral is there, AI DeepSeek is there. Okay, and embedding. Okay, lot of models are available. Okay, so first of all, like any model that you want to run locally, so there is a machine requirement or system requirement is there. Your machine should support that model. If you download very huge model, so that model would have requirement of a lot of CPU, GPU and disk space. So you need to be very careful while downloading and running it. Sometimes that model would not run because of its a system requirement, so you need to be very careful. Okay, so in our case, so let's say like we want to run a very small model just for this tutorial purpose. Okay, so this is one of the model which is very compact in size, and we will use this model to run on our machine. So small M2 and M3 is there. Okay, so if we click on this, okay, so once we click on that, we can read the documentation about that model, what are the different things that model supports, okay, and what we can achieve by running that particular model. Okay, so you can see here, you can see like how we can run that, how we can pull that pull this particular model by using this command, docker model pull and the model name. Okay, so likewise, so there are other variants are also there of small M3. Likewise, for any other model you will see similar documentation. Okay, so here we can see there is a latest is there, Q4, KM, F16, Q8. So different tags are there for this particular model, and it is showing like how many parameters it is supporting, 3.1. okay, and its size also it is showing here, like it is of 1.78 if we are using this two. Okay, any one of these two, okay, it will be 1.78, and others F16 it is of 5.73 GB. So likewise, you need to see the size of that particular model when it is running locally. Okay, and we will use this particular commands. Okay, and they also mention about what is the purpose of this particular model, or where we can use this model efficiently. Okay, so it is they have mentioned that this model could be used for chart assistant, okay, and then test summarization, questioning answer, knowledge retrieval, code assistant, and on device AI application. Okay, so similarly you can search any model that you want to use, open source model, on your local machine for development purpose. So let's begin and install this particular model. Okay, so command is this one, docker model pull AI and model name. Okay, so let's go to terminal, paste that particular model name and docker model pull. Okay, so it will download this particular model locally. So if you see here, like this particular model has been downloaded completely, okay, successfully. So if you see, it is there. So we can check what are the different models present or on this machine locally by running this command, docker model ls. Okay, so it is showing we have two models on our local machine. First is small M2 and second one is M3. Okay, so these two are the models that we have installed. Okay, this is 361.82 million, okay, and this is billion. Okay, M3 3.08 billion, and its size it is also showing it is 256 MB only, but the latest M3 it is of 1.78 GB. Okay, so this is how we can check different models installed on our local machine. Other way is we can go to Docker Hub and we can check, we have to go to models, and here we can see different models that we have installed on local machine. Okay, so this is the other way to see different models. Okay, so once model has been pulled and is available on our local machine, then we have to run it. Okay, and that is the reason that we have downloaded it, right? So let's run and check. So there are different ways are there. Okay, so first way is we can run model from Docker desktop itself. Okay, so choose your model. Okay, and here is the button for run. Okay, just click on that, run, and after that you can see it is asking for our question, and we can ask any question like what is Docker. So it took little bit time. Okay, based on your machine configuration it may take time to generate output. Okay, so you need to be patient. Okay, so if you see here it is okay, so like this this particular model return a result. So we are using very small model, okay, just for tutorial purpose or learning purpose. So you can see it has returned a result very well. Okay, so this is good enough, okay, for our learning. So likewise you can run. Okay, so other way is running this model from terminal. Okay, so let's run this model from terminal also. Docker model run, and after that you need to give the model name. So you can see here it is all again like asking for message, and based on our message it will return the result. So let's see whether it is returning anything or not. Okay, it is thinking, okay, it is generating some output. So you can see here like this is how we can run different models, open source model locally by using Docker desktop or Docker, using Docker. So you can see like it has generated very awesome result. Okay, so this is the way we can run model using Docker model runner. Okay, so let's see the other way. So that is the important way that basically we use this particular model locally for development purpose. Okay, so we can use OpenAI package also, SDK package, to call our model, whatever model we are running locally. So this is one small code that I got it from the internet. Okay, you can also like just search and you will get one similar code. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are using OpenAI and we are passing the base URL. So instead of using OpenAI's production API URL, so you can use localhost. Okay, so locally we are running our if you remember, we have started Docker model on port number 1234. So similar port we are using here also. That means we are calling Docker model, okay, instead of Ollama or some other application URL. Okay, so OpenAI is there, you don't need to mention any API keys. Okay, that is fine. And this is how we call OpenAI, and we are calling here completion API. Okay, and we are mentioning our model name, whatever model you are using for testing purpose or learning purpose or development purpose, you have to mention that model name here. Okay, and after that you need to give some prompts. Okay, so system prompt I have mentioned here, you are a concise assistant, and this is the actual like what we want to get from but this particular model. So we want to get one short poem, okay, about Docker. So let's change, like let's move to Kubernetes, something different. Okay, and let's run this. Okay, I am using UV to again run UV run python main.py. So you can see here like, okay, for Kubernetes also it generated some output. Okay, so likewise we have seen like how we can use Docker model runner instead of Ollama. So this is very straightforward and easy way, and I think it is a modern way of using model for development purpose locally. Okay, so hope you understood this particular tutorial. If you have any doubt, please let me know in comment section, and also please like, subscribe and click on bell icon. Thank you so much.